Hello students, in our last chemistry class, we discussed the chemical properties of haloalkanes, right? Under chemical properties, we had to discuss four different chemical properties. One is nucleophilic substitution reaction, the second one is dehydrohallucination or elimination, third one is reaction with metals, and the fourth reaction, the last reaction which was to be discussed is reduction. Only one reaction we have discussed so far, nucleophilic substitution reaction. As I have told you, this is very common and general reaction for alkyl halides. They undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction with varieties of nucleophiles and form varieties of organic compounds. For example, alcohols can be obtained when alkyl halide will be treated with aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Even this reaction can be carried out in the presence of moist silver oxide. No? Here the hydroxide ion is nucleophile and that will substitute this halide ion such that alcohol will result. Similarly, when alkyl halide it be treated with sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide, then you will get ether. This is Williamson's ether synthesis, where alkoxide ion, this is the nucleophile, it will substitute the halide ion. Also, this reaction can be carried out by heating alkyl halide with dry silver oxide such that ether could be formed. Here certain questions based on these two examples, these two nucleophilic substitution reaction are given. Let us try to find the answer. Simply we need to write the product CS3 CS2 CS2 Cl and propyl chloride, one alkyl halide. The reagent here is potassium hydroxide in the medium of water, means aqueous potassium hydroxide solution is to be taken. So easily we can think about this reaction because this is alkyl halide, and recently we have discussed alkyl halide when it be treated with aqueous potassium hydroxide. Aqueous potassium hydroxide, this nucleophilic substitution reaction will occur. And as a result of this nucleophilic substitution reaction, in the place of X, the OH group is to be put such that you will get your corresponding alcohol. So in the place of this Cl, simply I need to substitute what? OH. CS3 CH2, the alkyl group that will remain the same, CS3 CS2 CS2. In the place of Cl, simply I need to put what? OH. So this is my desired product. What is this? N-propyl alcohol. This is N-propyl chloride. It is N-propyl alcohol plus the byproduct is KCl. So this is simply nucleophilic substitution reaction. As the substrate molecule is the primary one, this reaction occurs through SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism. Come to the second question. Here sodium ethoxide has been given. Sodium ethoxide with methyl iodide. Methyl iodide, this is the example of alkyl halide. Okay, methyl iodide, and it has been treated with sodium ethoxide, one sodium alkoxide. This is sodium alkoxide. When alkyl halide is treated with sodium alkoxide, you will get the ether. Just look here. Here two R groups are present. Two R groups. One R, it is obtained from alkyl halide, and the second R, this is the alkyl group of this alkoxide ion. If I represent this R as R dash, then this would be R dash, or this R be R dash, this would be R dash. R O R dash. Okay. If these two alkyl group be same, then we will get the simple ether, the symmetrical ether. Here in CS3I, the alkyl group is methyl. and the reagent is sodium ethoxide, where the alkyl group is ethyl. So these two alkyl group are not same. Anyway, let us find the product here. This is the source of nucleophile, sodium ethoxide. In sodium ethoxide, this ethoxide ion would be the nucleophile. This will attack this carbon center such that this iodide ion will leave. That would be the leaving group. Then we will get the product CS3OC2H5. CS3OC2H5, or you can say CS2CS3. This is C2H5, right? Plus the byproduct is NaI. So in this way, we are getting ether. This is in accordance with Williamson's ether synthesis. No, this is ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl methyl ether. This also nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, the substrate is very simple substrate, primary. So the mechanism of this reaction is supposed to be SN2. Okay. Next, come to question number 3, where methyl iodide that has been treated with one of the alkoxide, potassium alkoxide, which alkyl group is here, tertiary butyl. That means it is tertiary butoxide, potassium tertiary butoxide. That was sodium ethoxide. Here potassium tertiary butoxide. Tertiary butyl group is there. Here the alkyl group was ethyl. So when potassium tertiary butoxide it be treated with methyl iodide, then obviously the nucleophile would be this butoxide ion. This is your nucleophile. And this nucleophile, it will attack this carbon, resulting in the formation of a nucleophilic substituted product after the elimination of this, after the removal of iodide ion. We will get CS3 whole 3 CO. This oxygen now it is bonded to this carbon of methyl group. Okay. So this is your ether, and the byproduct will be K plus and I minus. They will give rise to Ki. So in this ether, in one side methyl group is there, in another side tertiary butyl group is there. So the name would be tertiary butyl methyl ether. Tertiary butyl methyl ether. Right? In the previous example, ethyl methyl ether was the product. Here, tertiary butyl methyl ether is the product. This is again Williamson's ether synthesis, right? Come to question number 4, where ethyl bromide that is to be heated with silver oxide. Okay. So what happens when any alkyl halide it be heated with silver oxide? Here the reagent has been mentioned. When alkyl halide it be treated with silver oxide, then you will get ether. This is the alternative method to prepare ether from alkyl halide. So it is alkyl halide. We will get ROR. When silver oxide be used as the reagent, then in ether both the R, these two alkyl groups, they are from the alkyl halide. So 2 moles of C2H5Br will participate. It means we will get C2H5O C2H5. 2 moles of ethyl bromide will participate, such that diethyl ether would be our product. Diethyl ether, this is your product, and the side product is 2Br. They will combine with Ag such that 2AgBr be formed. Okay, so this is your product, the diethyl ether. So in question number 2, question number 3 and question number 4, in all these cases we are getting ether from alkyl halides, right? Next question is convert methyl bromide to methyl chloride. So here the given compound is methyl bromide and the required compound is methyl chloride. So both are alkyl halides. Only there is a difference in their halide ion. Here the bromide ion, but in the required product that contains chloride ion. So we need to exchange these halides. Just remember, in method of preparation, we had none. Some halide exchange method, Finkelstein reaction, Schwarz reaction. But those reactions cannot be used here. In Finkelstein reaction, generally we prepare alkyl iodide from alkyl chloride or alkyl bromide by treating them with sodium iodide in the presence of dry acetone. No? But we need alkyl chloride here, so we cannot think about Finkelstein reaction. Then Schwarz reaction, that was basically meant for the preparation of alkyl fluoride from other alkyl halides. But here we need alkyl chloride. That's why here also we cannot imagine, we cannot think about Schwarz reaction. Neither the Finkelstein reaction nor the Schwarz reaction are to be used here. So we need to use some indirect process in order to convert this bromide into chloride. Okay. From the chemical reaction, what have we done? One alkyl halide, it can be converted into alcohol. Right? And from the method of preparation, we have prepared various alkyl halides from alcohol. Now we will carry out this reaction, this interconversion in two steps. In the first step, we will convert this methyl bromide into the corresponding alcohol. And the next step, that will involve the conversion of the alcohol into methyl chloride. Okay, so in this way we will carry out two steps. In the first step, methyl bromide, which is given here, methyl bromide, it is to be converted into alcohol first, the corresponding alcohol. So in order to convert alkyl halide into alcohol, we can use any of these reagents. Let me use sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide. Then I could get CS3OH. This would be my product. Okay, methyl alcohol. This was methyl bromide, and this is methyl alcohol. Now this methyl alcohol, that could be converted into methyl chloride. What we need exactly? Methyl alcohol, just remember, how can you convert alcohols into corresponding alkyl chloride? You need not to change any number of carbon atom here. In methyl bromide, one carbon was there. In methyl alcohol, one carbon. And what we need finally, methyl chloride, that contains also one carbon, right? So we needed to change the number of carbon atoms. So that's why this is very simple interconversion. You need not to think about the changes in the number of carbon atoms. Simply you need to change the functional group. Okay, so alcohol, just remember what are the various reagents. Alcohols can be converted into corresponding alkyl chlorides by the use of halogen acids. If we need alkyl chloride, then just remember Lucas reagent, the mixture of HCl and ZnCl2 can be used, right? Next, PCl3, PCl5 phosphorus, trichloride, phosphorus, pentachloride, they can be used with alcohol in order to get the chloride. No? And one of the very smooth process, very convenient process was there, Darjan's method, which involved which reagent? Thionyl chloride. No? Thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine base as catalyst. Okay, so let us use any of that reagent. I am using thionyl chloride SOCl2 in the presence of pyridine base. When this mixture is heated, then you will get CS3Cl. Okay, methyl chloride. In this way, we are getting methyl chloride. So in this way, we discussed two examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. One is replacement by hydroxyl group, and second one is the replacement by alkoxy group. Here alcohol was the product, and here ethers are the nucleophilic substituted product. Okay. Next, come to another example of nucleophilic substitution reaction, replacement by hydrosulfide group. Hydrosulfide SH group. Reaction. This reaction is quite similar to the first reaction, replacement by hydroxyl group. In hydroxyl group, OH, oxygen and hydrogen are there. In hydrosulfide, sulfur and hydrogen are there. So in the place of oxygen only, we need to think sulfur. OH is hydroxyl, whereas SH is hydrosulfide. Okay. Now you can imagine what would be our nucleophilic substituted product. When hydroxide ion was nucleophile, this is your general reaction, Rx plus OH minus. When OH minus is the nucleophile, then what is your product? After nucleophilic substitution reaction, we will get alcohol plus the leaving group is X minus. In the same pattern, you think when alkyl halide it will treated with hydrosulfide ion SH minus, then as a result of nucleophilic substitution reaction, we will get RSH plus X minus. This was alcohol, now it is thiol. It was alcohol when the nucleophile was hydroxide, but here the product is thiol. Okay, or you can say this is mercaptan. In general term, this is also called as mercaptan. Okay. In order to get this nucleophile, the reagents like sodium hydroxide in aqueous medium or potassium hydroxide in aqueous medium, these were the basic reagents, right? Similarly, in order to get SH minus ion, we need to use sodium or potassium hydrogen sulfide, NaSH or KSH. Any of these solutions may be used with alkyl halide in order to generate this nucleophile. So let me use NaSH in one example. Let us consider CS3Cl. When it be treated with sodium hydrogen sulfide or sodium hydrosulfide, we will get CS3SH. This is the nucleophile, and this nucleophile, it will attack this carbon, chloride will leave, such that CS3SH will be formed, and what will be the byproduct? Na plus and this Cl minus, they will give rise to what? NaCl. So the product here is methanethiol. In methanethiol, the secondary suffix which represents the functional group is thiol. So methanethiol, or you can say it is methyl mercaptan. This is another name from methyl chloride. Okay. Similarly, we can take another example. Let us consider CS3CS2Br as our substrate. When this be treated with potassium hydrogen sulfide KSH, Now tell me what will be your product. Here the nucleophile is SH minus, that will attack this carbon containing the halogen. This Br, that will be the leaving group. Then product is CS3 CS2 SH plus K plus and Br minus, they will give rise to what? KBr. Now tell me what is the product you got. Ethanethiol, 2 carbon are there, no? Ethanethiol, or you can say this is ethyl mercaptan. This is ethyl mercaptan. So in this way we can prepare thiols. So when alkyl halide, they be treated with sodium hydrosulfide or potassium hydrosulfide. These reactions are quite resemble. They are quite similar with the fast reaction replacement by hydroxyl group, where the alcohols were the product. Here thiols are the product. Okay. So these are certain examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Next, come to another example, that is replacement by mercaptide group. Mercaptide SR group. Okay. Listen. Just focus on the first example and the third example. The substrate was alkyl halide RX. When it be treated with hydroxide ion OH minus in the first reaction, what was the product? Alcohol, right? And in the third example, replacement by hydrosulfide group. Here the nucleophile is SH minus. Then the product is thiol. This was alcohol. This is thiol. Quite similar reaction. In the place of oxygen, only sulfur is there. Okay. Also, it is called as mercaptan or thiol. Similarly, the second reaction and the fourth reaction, they have resemblance. In the second reaction, RX was treated with a nucleophile alkoxide OR minus, where the product obtained was ether, ROR. This was ether. Now, in the fourth reaction, here the nucleophile, that is mercaptide SR minus. In the place of oxygen, sulfur is there. Here in the place of oxygen, sulfur was there. These two reactions have resemblance. In the same way, in the place of oxygen, now sulfur is there. Then you will get what? This is your nucleophile, that will substitute this X minus. Then RSR will be the product. This is called thioether. This was alcohol, this is thiol. This is ether, it is thioether or alkyl sulfide. As a sulfide also, this can be nomenclated. Okay, thioether. These two reactions have similarity. In order to obtain alkoxide, we were using sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide as reagent. Similarly, in order to get this mercaptide, we can use sodium mercaptide or potassium mercaptide. Sodium mercaptide or potassium mercaptide. For example, CS3 CS2 Cl. This is one example of alkyl halide. When it be treated with sodium mercaptide, for example, sodium methyl mercaptide, be considered NaSCS3. This is sodium methyl mercaptide. Sodium methyl mercaptide. Sodium methyl mercaptide, or I can say this is sodium methanethiolate. This thiolate term that has been coined from thiol. If the corresponding thiol be considered, this is HSCS3SH. This is methanethiol or methyl mercaptan. These mercaptans are the products when alkyl halide they be treated with hydrosulfide. So if it is your mercaptan, methyl mercaptan, then when in the place of hydrogen ion, sodium ion be there, this would be sodium methyl mercaptide. From methyl mercaptan you will get methyl mercaptide, or this was named as methanethiol. This is alternative name, methanethiol. Then this would be sodium methanethiolate. Methanethiolate, methyl mercaptide. These two names they have been coined from the corresponding mercaptan or thiol. Okay. Now come to the reaction. This is alkyl halide. This is the source of nucleophile. Which is the nucleophile here? Sr minus, SCS3 minus. This will attack this carbon center. This nucleophile will attack this carbon center, resulting in the removal of this chloride ion. But you will get CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2. Then this CH2 group now it is bonded to sulfur of mercaptide. Plus the byproduct is Na plus and Cl minus, you will get NaCl. So this is your thioether, RSR. Which R groups are here? One is ethyl, second one is methyl. So the name would be ethyl methyl thioether. Ethyl methyl thioether. Also another name can be assigned. This is ethyl methyl sulfide. Ethyl methyl sulfide. Ethyl methyl sulfide. Ethyl methyl thioether or ethyl methyl sulfide. This could be named as, right? Let us consider another example. CS3Br, methyl bromide is given. KSCH2CH2CS3. This is potassium N-propyl mercaptide. Potassium N-propyl mercaptide, or you can say this is potassium propanethiolate. Potassium propanethiolate. Potassium propanethiolate. Propanethiolate. This is from propanethiol. Okay. So propanethiolate. Now this is your nucleophile propanethiolate ion that will attack this carbon. Bromide ion will leave. Then we will get CH3S. This S is bonded to CH3 group. This S again it is attached to CH2, CH3. So in one side methyl group, in another side N-propyl group. Methyl N-propyl thioether or sulfide. Anything can be written. Methyl N-propyl sulfide. So this is your reaction. One thing that is to be noted here, just note this point. The nucleophile is mercaptide. In order to get the mercaptide, we are using sodium mercaptide or potassium mercaptide, and these mercaptides are obtained from mercaptan. This is mercaptan. When alkyl halide, it be treated with hydrosulfide ion, mercaptan is obtained, and when these mercaptan they be treated with sodium hydroxide solution, you will get RSNA. This OH minus and this H plus, they will be removed as water, so that you will get the salt. This is your sodium mercaptide. Sodium mercaptide. The sodium mercaptide that is to be used in the fourth reaction as a reagent. Okay. So if mercaptan be given, it can be converted into mercaptide by treating with alkali like sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. And those mercaptide, when they be treated with alkyl halide RX, this is your nucleophile RS minus. This will attack this R, this X minus will leave, such that you will get your thioether plus NaX. So let us take the same sequence of an example. Suppose ethyl mercaptan is given, ethyl mercaptan, or this is ethanethiol. This is written as ethanethiol. When ethanethiol it be treated with sodium hydroxide solution, this H plus and OH minus, they will be removed here as water. You will get CS3CH2 SNA. Name it. What will be the name of this species bond? This is from ethanethiol, so it must be ethanethiolate. Which ion is there? Sodium. So sodium ethanethiolate. Sodium ethanethiolate. Sodium ethanethiolate. Ethanethiol. It has another name which is ethyl mercaptan. Ethyl mercaptan. Similarly, you can assign the name ethyl mercaptide. This is ethyl mercaptide. That is from ethyl mercaptan. Ethyl mercaptide. Sodium ion is there. Mention it. Sodium ethyl mercaptide. Don't use these two names simultaneously. Any of these names can be used. Either you can write ethanethiol, sodium ethanethiolate, or ethyl mercaptan. This is sodium ethyl mercaptide. Okay, this is your mercaptide. Now it is to be used with one alkyl halide. Let us use CS3CH2Br. This is alkyl halide. This part is nucleophile. This is your nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack this carbon such that bromide ion will leave. Then the product is CS3CH2 as CS3CH2 as this S is bonded to CH2 of this ethyl group, plus the byproduct is Na plus and Br minus. They will give to what? NaBr. So in this way we are getting diethyl ether, thioether. Sorry, this is ethyl, this is ethyl. So diethyl thioether, or you can say this is diethyl sulfide. Diethyl sulfide. In this way we can assign the name, we will get these products. So basically 4 different examples of nucleophilic substitution reactions have been learned so far. Let us recapitulate it. In the first example, the replacement by hydroxide ion. The second example involves the replacement by alkoxide ion. In the third case, replacement by hydrosulfide ion, and in the fourth case by mercaptide ion. So this is our alkyl halide substrate. Alkyl halide substrate. So 4 different nucleophilic substitution reaction have been discussed so far. The first example is replacement by OH minus. When OH minus, that will substitute this X minus, so you will get alcohol, ROH. In the second case, the replacement by alkoxide ion, then the product is ROR, ether. In the third case, the replacement by hydrosulfide ion, HS minus or SH minus. This is quite similar. To the first reaction, you will get your product RSH, thiol or mercaptan. And in the fourth reaction, replacement was by mercaptide group. This is similar to the second reaction where the product is thioether. In order to generate hydroxide ion, we can take aqueous sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide or moist silver oxide. No? In order to get alkoxide ion, we can use sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide as in Williamson's ether synthesis. In order to get hydrosulfide ion, we can use sodium hydrosulfide or potassium hydrosulfide solution. And similarly, in order to get this mercaptide ion, we can use sodium alkyl mercaptide or potassium alkyl mercaptide. As a result of which thioether will be obtained. Okay, this thioether may also be obtained if this alkyl halide it be heated with sodium sulfide Na2S. When this reaction mixture be heated, 2 moles of alkyl halide participate, as a result of which you will get RSR plus NaX, 2 moles of NaX. Okay, 2 moles of alkyl halide they will participate with 1 mole of sodium sulfide. When this mixture be heated, this part will be removed as NaX, 2 moles of NaX, and these two they will be bonded to this sulfur such that you will get thioether. So this is another method, alternative method, where alkyl halide they are treated with sodium sulfide directly without using this mercaptide or thiolate. We can prepare thioether. So these are certain examples of nucleophilic substitution reactions for today.